In Ulundi in northern KwaZulu-Natal. Simpiwe, a very good morning to you. What's the latest?
Well, good morning to you, Blaine. Once again, we are still coming to you live from Ulundi, where this all-important Imbizo on land is going to be taking place. Let me just tell you that at the moment, we haven't seen a lot of people arriving because we understand the meeting was scheduled to start at about 10, so we can expect delays in that regard. But let me now welcome the chairperson of the Ingonyama Trust, Judge Jerome Ngwenya, who is going to talk to us about the issues which basically came up from that high-level panel led by former President Kgalema Motlate. Judge Ngwenya, thank you very much for your time. Perhaps let's start with the position of the trust on this report.
Yes, I think with the position of the trust, firstly, we believe the high-level panel committed acts of irregularity of the highest proportion in the democratic order. We were not told of any one single incident which was the source of complaint for which we were asked to respond to. But we are aware that the high-level commission arose out of the Forum of Speakers, which was funded by the European Union to strengthen democracy. There are 4 issues that are raised in the report which have nothing to do with the Ingonyama Trust. One of them is that a particular individual who remained nameless was called to attend a meeting, and the next thing that person was told he or she must join Ingonyama Trust. The other one relates to communities who apparently said when mining rights are to be awarded to a mining house, they are not consulted by Ingonyama Trust. Another one was an individual who had a complaint with his local Ingosi. And these have nothing to do with the trust. So the trust firstly believes that it should have been consulted, the king should have been consulted, AmaZulu should have been consulted. Lastly, in the report, if you look, nowhere is our contribution even acknowledged that we did present ourselves a day before the commission or the high-level panel met people who appeared to have been bussed from somewhere, and then they were gathering in a hotel in Durban.
Judge, perhaps let's speak to the issues that arose from that report. One of them, the recommendations, 2 recommendations. One was to amend the act itself, 2, dissolve the trust entirely. What is the position of the trust on those 2 recommendations in particular?
Look, every act of parliament requires a constant review and amendment. So for us, amendment, if it's justified, we welcome it. To dissolve the trust is completely uncalled for and provocative.
Judge, one of the issues again which came out was the fact that the trust this year made about 90 million rand. And speaking to people or residents from this province, some of them are actually saying, where is that money going exactly?
That money is in the bank. One thing that you have not asked people, there's over 600 million rand that is being claimed by municipalities. If somebody can help me and advise where do we get money to pay municipal rates, then I would be happy to tell you where that money is going to. But the trust is being audited, the Ingonyama Trust Board is being audited by the Auditor General. The funds are safe. Up to now, the trust has been operating. This is the 20th year the board has been in place. Not once has the audit ever found that there is misappropriation of funds.
But sorry, Judge, perhaps one of the key issues that residents are raising is that they are not benefiting from these funds. What would you say to them?
There are no funds to benefit from. I'm telling you that in strict administration, the trust is indebted by more than what it has. So why would you spend money when you know that you are likely to pay more than what you currently have?
Let's look at this Imbizo now that is being called by Isilo. What are you hoping to gain out of these discussions with AmaZulu and all the stakeholders which are involved in this?
One of the requirements in the democratic society is consultation. The king is consulting with his people, who are the beneficiaries of this land, by residing on the land, doing whatever they like within the limits of the law. He's expecting to get their views.
Judging by the comments that were made by the king, that have been made consistently by the king, it would seem that this matter is likely to end in the Constitutional Court. Is that the direction that you want this matter to take?
It will end up to any highest court that has got jurisdiction to deal with matter like this, if it's not resolved otherwise.
Mr. Ngwenya, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Sam.
That was the chairperson of the Ingonyama Trust, Judge Jerome Ngwenya, speaking to us about some of the issues which came out from the report that was led by former President Mr. Kgalema Motlanthe. And with that, it's back to you, Blaine, in studio.
Yeah, a very insightful interview there. Simpiwe Makanya live for us in
Some
Ulundi.
interesting points coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a bit of a break.